Hello, 5th graders. Welcome to lesson 1.3, 10 to 1 relationships with multiplication. All right, friends, this is our third objective of 5th grade math. So by now we should be getting used to the steps. The first thing that we're going to do in a flipped lesson is write down the objective in our digital math notebook. Today's objective is I can evaluate 10 to 1 relationships by multiplying numbers by tens, hundreds, and thousands using a place value chart with 100% accuracy in multiple attempts. Please pause now to type the objective in your digital math notebook. The next step of a flipped lesson, if it doesn't have vocabulary, is the part of the lesson that you watch me do. So you can go ahead and put down your pencil and listen to me for a moment. Today we're talking about the value of numbers. We've been talking about place value and about value of numbers, where they go, and how to represent them in different ways. Today we're going to talk about how to multiply them by those place values. So if we look in this chart, we see that every time we move one place to the right, we multiply by 10. Every time by 10, every time by 10. And you'll notice that if I'm here, I have 1 0, 1 0. Now I'm multiplied and I have 2 zeros. Now I multiplied and I have 3 zeros. So every time my number gets bigger, I add a 0 as long as I'm multiplying by 10. So in the example below, we have 483,952. We know that the 2 has a value of 2 times 1 because it's in the ones place. We know that 5 has a value of 5 times 10 because it's in the tens place. This is our expanded notation. So we're going to use this idea of expanded notation and put it into a lesson today. All right, the next part of today's lesson is going to be in your digital math notebook. There's already a copy of it there for you. You just need to fill in the boxes as we go along together. We're going to look at this 7 here in this number. This number is 574,998. And so we're going to talk about where that 7 is and how we would move it from a ones place all the way to where it is by multiplying by tens, hundreds, and thousands. So we know a basic math fact of 10 times 7 is 7D. And we know that because we have the 7 and then this 0 jumps on the end. And that pattern is going to continue as we multiply by each bigger number. So every time we're going to start with that 7 there, because 7 times 1 is always 7. And if we look at these two numbers that are not zeros, we always have 7 times 1. Then we know if we multiply by 10, we add 1 0. But we're not multiplying by 10, we're multiplying by 100. So we have 2 zeros because 7 times 100 would be 700. Continuing on, if I have 7 times 1,000, we know that that would be 7,000. And notice there are 3 zeros here and 3 zeros in our number. Next, we have 7 times 10,000. 7 times 10,000 would be 70, because 7 times 10. And then there's our 1,000. And lastly, 7 times, this is 100,000. So that would be 700,000. So each time we add a 0 onto our product, we add a 0 onto our answer. Let's try this again with the number 3. 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 100 would be 300. There's 2 zeros. 3 times 1,000 would be 3,000. 3 times 10,000 would be 30, right? 3 times 10. And then there's our 1,000. And 3 times 100,000 would be 300,000. Great job. If you need to pause now so that you can type your answers into your digital math notebook, go ahead and do that now. Great job with today's lesson so far, guys. Now it's time for our lesson activity. Today's lesson activity is just like we were doing in our digital math notebook. We are multiplying a factor times a product of 10. So 9 times 10 would be 90. And remember what we talked about with those zeros as you complete this activity in your digital math notebook. Great job, 5th graders. You're almost finished. When you feel comfortable with this lesson, complete your exit slip to show your teacher your understanding. Great job!